Hi, my name is Michelle. I will be guiding you through the scientific method and my science experiments. Before I go through my science experiment, I will go through the different steps of the scientific method. There's 6 steps. The first one is purpose. This is what do you want to learn about. Second one is research. What is the best way of finding out how to reach that goal? Step 3 is hypothesis. This is an educated guess about how things work. Step 4 is experiments. This is when you test your hypothesis and see if it's false or true. Step 5 is analysis. This is when you record what happened during your experiments. And step 6 is the conclusion. This is your results. The purpose of my experiment is to learn about chemical reactions and to determine if a chemical reaction has occurred. I will be mixing different ingredients together and seeing if there's a chemical reaction or a chemical change that has occurred. And a chemical reaction is any kind of change in either color, heat, if the two ingredients are bubbling or fizzing. That would be an example of a chemical reaction. So in this experiment, I will be mixing vinegar and baking soda in bottle A, and I will be mixing milk and baking soda in bottle B. To see if there's a chemical reaction. Okay, so step 2. You want to figure out what is the best way to work things out. So you want to gather all of your materials. In this experiment, we have vinegar, we have baking soda, we have 2 bottles. I already labeled them bottle A and bottle B. We have 2 balloons, one for each of them. I'm using 2 measuring cups. We have milk, I have a funnel, and measuring spoons. And a bowl, and I already put in the bowl the baking soda so it's less of a mess when it goes into the balloon. So, my hypothesis is that I'm going to predict that when you mix vinegar and baking soda together in one bottle, this will form a chemical reaction. But when you mix milk and baking soda together, it will not, there will not be a chemical reaction. Okay, so now you will experiment. Okay, so for bottle A, I'm going to mix 3/4 of vinegar into bottle A. Okay, you're going to take before you do that, you're going to take your funnel and your balloon. You're going to put the balloon onto the funnel, hold it on tight so it doesn't fall. Go to your measuring spoons, 1/2 teaspoon. So put 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda into balloon A. Okay, don't take the funnel out until all of the baking soda is into the balloon. Now you're going to stretch the balloon open, put it on top of bottle A. Don't turn the balloon over until the balloon is on tight. Once it's on tight, turn the balloon over, and you're going to mix the vinegar and the baking soda together to see if there's a chemical reaction. And I noticed there's fizzing, the balloon has inflated, there's bubbling. So that is when you mix vinegar and baking soda together. Next I'm going to see in bottle B is when you mix milk and baking soda together if there was going to be a chemical reaction. And I predicted that there will not be any chemical reaction when you mix those two together. Okay, so 3/4 of milk. Since I used 3/4 of vinegar, I want it to be about the same. You're going to take your funnel. You're going to take the second balloon, put the second balloon onto the funnel, hold it on tight. Again, take the 1/2 teaspoon, the measuring spoon that says 1/2 teaspoon, and fill it with baking soda. Again, I put 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda into bottle A, so I also want to use 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda for bottle B. Again, don't take the funnel off until all the baking soda is into the balloon. Stretch the top of the balloon out. Don't turn the balloon over until the balloon is on tight. Once it's on tight, put the balloon up and mix the baking soda and the milk together. And I notice I don't see any fizzing, there's no bubbling, and the balloon it's deflated, it has not gone up. Okay, so that was my experiment. Okay, now you have step 4, which is your analysis. I noticed in water bottle A, when I mixed vinegar and baking soda together, it was bubbling, there was instant fizzing, and the balloon has inflated. In bottle B, I noticed when we mixed the milk and the baking soda together, there was no bubbling, there was no fizzing, and the balloon didn't go up. It's deflated. Last step is your conclusion. I conclude that my hypothesis is correct. I predicted that in water bottle A, there will be a chemical reaction when you mix vinegar and baking soda together. So my prediction was correct. For bottle B, I predicted that when you mix milk and baking soda together, there will not be a chemical reaction. And there was no fizzing, there was no bubbling, the balloon didn't go up. This shows me that there was no chemical reaction. So again, my conclusion was correct. My hypothesis was correct. I hope you enjoyed my science experiment. Enjoy.